Hi everybody, hello and welcome back to our Edith project, which was to make an entire book, the entire country diary of an Edwardian lady, into ephemera. And yeah, I think we've done all right. We've certainly made a lot of ephemera. I did have this basket full at one time and I sold it in 2 lots, and it's getting full again. So that's not a bad thing because our book is nearly finished. People have been asking me what I'm going to do with the cover and what I'm going to do with the actual book. Well, I'm going to wait until I've got another book the same that's empty, and I think I'll make it into a lap book. When I come to do that, I'll show you all, how to do it, but that's kind of what I'm thinking is going to happen. As with the cover, I don't really know. I don't really know what I'm going to do with that, if anything, to be honest. So let's look at the pages we've got out in play at the moment. There's one signature left in there. So I've got the brown, that's the sort of, the front page. It's there. Well, actually it was there, like that, whole page. So I've got that. This page. Yep, nice. This page, the bramble leaves, they're lovely. You can tell we're getting to the end of the year, can't you? Look at the colours. Nice text on there. Nice text. And the blue tit family. Oh my goodness. Right. Well, straight away, let's just put everything to the side. Straight away, that is going to be a pocket. Yeah. Now I want it to be no more than 5 inches wide, because then it won't fit into people's journals if it is. So 5 inches. Ooh. If I made it 5 inches to there. If I made it 5 inches to there, I'd get these in and not him. Well, I think he's just gonna have to be a casualty of war. What? Yeah, I think so. Sorry, mate, you're lovely and all that, but what can I do? This one as well wants to be 5 inches. Yeah, I'll get him in just perfectly. So let's tear this page off and make some pockets. Pockets are really useful things, obviously, in a junk journal, so I don't think you can have too many. I don't think that's a worry. Right, let's just mark this out then, where I want it to go. Let's get my quilting ruler, because that makes life a bit more easy. So I need 1/2 inch to fold over for a gusset. I think I'm going to have to make this 4.5, otherwise I'm going to have some weird little beak poking in from the right, which is not what I'm after. So do that there. So that's the end of his tail there. So I'm just going to move it across about 1/8. I'm nearly at the end of the paper there, actually. And if I do the same thing here, it's easier if I do it upside down, actually. So that's where I want the pocket to end there, about 1/8 inch beyond his beak. So I want it at sort of 5/8. I can't see what's going on there. Right. Yeah, so there's the end of his beak there. There's 5/8 beyond that, and I'm going to fold in 1/2 inch for a gusset. So let's cut that bit out. So that's where I want to cut. This little guy's going to be left in it absolutely perfectly. He's going to look mighty swell on a collage. That's the word I'm looking for. Right, this could be quite deep here. I'll cut it to there. I'll cut it to there and we'll see what occurs, what we need to move around. I love these little guys. I love blue tits. They're just my favourite ever. I think that's right there. I'm having a hard time seeing it. I think that's right. Oh! We haven't cut through them, so that's a good thing. Bring it down to the bottom, I can see it more easily. Yeah, look at this guy. He's left completely intact. It's perfect. He's going to go somewhere nice where we can see him. Right, so this is what I've got. So let's do stuff. I can make a 1/2 inch fold at the top. That'll give that a bit more strength. And then I've measured it, I think, so I can get a 1/2 inch crease gusset, you know, all the way around. That was the plan anyway. And that's great. That's just above that text. Woohoo, things are working now. Good. And 1/2 inch there, which, yep, we allowed the 1/8 of an inch from his beak to there. Doing well. I've lost my scissors today. My normal white-handled ones. I don't know where they are, so I'll use these. There's nothing wrong with these. They're perfectly good Tim Holtz scissors. It's just they're not the normal ones. I was doing some fussy cutting yesterday, so I imagine I've left them over in the fussy cutting area, commonly known as the sofa. I like fussy cutting from the telly. I think it's a nice thing to do. Oh, look at them. They're so gorgeous. Let's just get rid of that. And I quite like this because it's a different size pocket. You know, the other ones have been quite large, quite wide. This one's a nice different size. So let's glue that down. That's the bit on the top that's just there to add a bit of substance to the Edith paper. My desk this morning has been awash with Peter Rabbit. We've been getting the kits together for people, and yeah, we've had Peter everywhere. He's been running back and forth across the table. Not literally, I know he's not real. Oh, sorry, he is real. So let's ink around there then. I haven't set my sewing machine up, so I'll have to do things later on. You'll have to trust that I'm going to do them. But I am going to do it, of course I am. Everything else, all the other ephemera has been sewn around. So I'll certainly sew around this. Oh, this is a nice pocket. I like it. And when we get our next, I think I've probably got enough remnants for 2 more masterboards, and when we get them we can make some tags of the appropriate size, etc. So that's that. That's our little pocket. It's gorgeous, and it measures 1, 2, 3, nearly 3 3/4. Not quite, but that's a nice size in a journal, isn't it? And we still got this guy as well. This dude. I like him actually. I really like him. So keep those there. Those are kind of done. Now we've got Mr. Blackbird. Now I'm just going to have to work out where I need to cut him, because once again I want the gussets. Pockets aren't much good without gussets, to be honest. So there to there. Yeah, 5 inches is almost perfect on him. So I'm just going to move that to there. I'm trying to draw a line with my this. That's never going to work. So 5 inches. so long since I've used my quilting rulers, I've forgotten how to use them. There we go. So, oh no, that's right. That's where that's going to get cut. Let's just do this logically. That's where that's going to get cut. There. Then we are going to crease that. Score it. Is the proper way of saying that, I guess. Score that at 1/2 inch in from the edge. Fold that over. Lovely. Now I want 5 inches in from there. And I don't want it any wider than that because of the problems with the width of people's journals. So that's where 5 comes to, right there. And that's pretty perfect, isn't it? You've got all of that blackbird on there. Oh, that's a lovely blackbird. And I want, I'll mark about there. I think that's all right. Fold that over about there. Yeah. So that will fold over like that. Oh, it's pretty, isn't it? It's a pretty bird, actually. So that's there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, something like that. No, maybe not so much. About there. Yeah, about there. That's lovely. So let's do some cutting off. Let's ink round it and then it'll make cutting it off more easier for us to see. So yes, I started crafting this morning at, well, not quite 8 o'clock actually. 8 o'clock in the morning. And it's definitely crafting, but it was fulfilling orders that people had kindly, things people had kindly purchased from the Etsy shop. So it was a mad Peter Rabbit fest. And it's now almost 4 o'clock. So it's been a full day. So I'm going to line that up there, cut off the excess, line the inky mark up there, cut off the excess, same on the top. And there we have it, there's our pocket. Just need to cut the mite of the corners and then we've got a really lovely pocket there. One that you could definitely add labels or anything like that to. You can't go wrong with pockets. You can put anything in them. You know those coin envelopes that we made? They would look really nice in a pocket like this, I would say. Or, you know, normal journaling card, tag, envelope, anything you've got. There we go. So all I'm going to do is glue down the top, glue this top bit over like that. And then I think he's ready to be sewn. So we'll leave him on the ready to be sewn pile. There we go. Lovely. So that's 2 nice little pockets we've got. That's so cute. But this guy's nice too. I like him. All right. So moving along, what have we got? That's really nice text on that side. Let me put the lid on my glue. That is nice. Oh, the blooming woodpecker. I just, no, it's not happening. I'm going to have to do something with this side. What have we got here? Oh, I love that. I love that page. Yeah, let's do something with the holly. I like it. I think the thing to do might be to make it into a little notebook like that. So, I mean, obviously not that tall, it would never fit in anybody's journal, but that way if it's a notebook we can see front and back, can't we? So let's cut the frilly, frothy bit off the side. Obviously trying to leave as much as we can. There we go. And once again, what does Edith measure? She measures just a little over 9. And I would like it to be about 6.5, I guess. So 6.5 is there. That takes us to there. Yeah, I think that's fine. Let's cut it off at 6.5. Now Timmy doesn't measure 6.5. He only measures 6. But I've got a little Sharpie mark there that's 6.5. So get it the right way round, my dear. So cut that off there. And we've got that for the collage. So I think what I'm going to do, rather than make a notebook, because they can be a bit bulky in a journal, is I'm just going to back this with paper that you can, well, when you get it, you can stencil on it, you can stamp on it, or you can leave it plain, so as it's just journaling. I think that's what I'm going to do. I really like that. Just checking to see if that's square. Yep. Let's see if I've got a bit of paper hanging around somewhere. Got a card. Have I got any paper? Doesn't look. Oh, maybe. I don't know. No, I'll go and get some paper. I'll be right back. Right, I found a piece of paper. And I just placed it on there, and I quite like it with a little border around it, little cream border. I think that looks quite elegant. So I'm going to ink round here, and then stick it onto there, leave it to dry, and then I'll sew around it. Well, the postman and delivery people have been exceedingly kind to me today. It must be my birthday. It's not, but it feels like it is. The first thing that happened this morning was I order things off Ali willy-nilly, you know. Oops. Launch. And, you know, I don't order them all on the same day or whatever. And I looked the other day and it said that they were due to arrive on January the 23rd. Let me just pause you while I pick. It's okay. No one died. Oh dear, I've got so much stuff lying around me. Anyway, I was in the midst of telling you what arrived today. Yeah, from Ali. So I'd obviously been in a stamp buying mood when I was on Ali, and loads of stamps came. And a couple of cut dies, you know. And that was all exciting because they all come in separate envelopes, so you've got to open them all up. And it's because I have no idea, I can't remember what I've ordered. It's always a nice surprise when I see what I've got. So that was lovely, I enjoyed that. And then a good while later, because it's been snowing here, so it's, you know, early this morning it was pretty difficult going on the roads, but it's got better during the day. But the postman was a bit later than he normally is, but he came bearing goodies, real goodies. And Mr. F had found some lady that was giving up crafting for one reason or another, and she was selling off all her old somewhat remnant parts of Tim Holtz paper pads. That's perfectly fine by me. And others were whole, intact paper pads. So, yes, I am now the proud owner of a load of Tim Holtz paper that actually doesn't really fit in the house. We've outgrown our Timmy capacity, I would say. So I really have to start using some like quick sharp. Yeah, so that was a nice day. I've had a lovely day. So I'm just going to cut this, leaving that margin around it, because as I say, I quite like it. And I'm not going to ink it, I'm going to leave it cream. And when that's dry, we'll fold it open. We'll have a really nice journaling spot there. Really good. So I'll put that there to dry. Oh, we're whistling through pages today. Come on. Toadstools. I don't know what to do with the toadstools. They're kind of not my thing. But having said that, I do know people like them. But it's got gorgeous text on the other side. I'll leave that for the time being. The woodpecker, yeah. Here's another one that's been left for the time being. That I really like. That would make another one of those. Yeah, might do that. With that. And then, what have we got here? Oh, that's nice, isn't it? That's very nice. That... Yeah, sorry, Mr. Thrush, but I do think that that is a nice, like a belly band probably, I would say. And, I mean, that's nice as well. But here, on this section here, this was one of the dies that came this morning from Ali. I do not remember ordering it. And I certainly don't remember them being that size. I thought they were bigger, if anything, if I do remember them at all. But looking at them, I think I'd get quite a section out of there. They're all joined together and I don't really want to take them apart. So I'm going to, yeah, that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to cut that so as I can get that through my die cutter. Like that. There we go. And I'm going to stick this onto a piece of quite firm card. No, that's not wide enough. I'll have to break into my new piece of card and stick that on, just so it's nice and firm. So these labels or whatever they are is nice and firm. So I'll stick that on there. We'll wait for that to dry. Won't take long. It's warm in here, and this is collal, so it doesn't take long at all to dry. So yeah, Mr. F's been Postmaster General today. Absolutely. As I've been finishing things, he's been weighing them and getting them all ready to go out for dispatch. Shows you how wonky I cut that, doesn't it? But that's fine. That'll be fine. I'm just going to cut this out because it's a bit unwieldy otherwise. There we go. So when that dries, I'm going to cut those out of there. Excellent. So what else did I say? Yeah, these that I was going to make another journaling. It's just so lovely. I really want to do that. So I don't have enough paper left in this one, so I need to get another piece of paper. Okay, so that was easy enough. So let's chop this off. If I cut it off there, it's nearly 8 inches. That's 7.5. It's a bit much, isn't it? What a shame. If I cut that there and that there, it's just less than 7. I think that would fit in most people's journals. Yeah, I think so. Let's do that. So I want to cut it just at the top of there. Ooh, that is just at the top. I'm going to have to cut the frothy edge off first, I think. It's just not quite square. And then this one down here. It's just so pretty. It deserves to be used in its entirety. So let's stick that onto there then. Yeah, looks fairly straight to me. So I'll stick that on. All of these sort of things are great for sticking into pockets or, you know, envelopes or whatever you're using as a pocket. All provide a bit of journaling space, you know, which really is what we're after. I mean, the best journaling space would be if we didn't do it at all and just provided an empty book. But where's the fun in that? No fun at all. Right, so let's put this here, and I'm going to use that same thing of just allowing a little margin round the edge. Just a little bit, not much. There we go, that looks nice. I'll cut that out and leave that to dry. Cut it out, yes, scissors. So that's two good bits of journaling there we've provided. So I hope that some of you at least managed to watch the live yesterday afternoon. Some of you are asking, is it on every week? Yes, it's on every single week at 4 o'clock UK time. I'm sure if you shove that into Google, he'll tell you what time it is where you live. And yesterday we started a new project. I've been telling you for a while that Timmy is coming, and I know some of you aren't Timmy fans, not real big Timmy fans. But I hope that yesterday went some way to persuade you that Timmy doesn't have to be grunge. This is the cover of our new journal. It's so pretty. And it's an infinity journal. So it goes, you open it up, it goes round, it goes round, it goes round, it goes round, and then you're at the back and it goes round. And so it goes on like that forever. Therefore it's an infinity journal. So yeah, that's what we did yesterday. So if you want to catch up, go and pop over and watch that after I've finished here. Oh, there it is. I was wondering where that piece was. The other thing that I want to do is use some text. That's probably excellent there, actually. I'll use this piece. And I want to make some little just tags and things, because they're really handy. But I do want to back them onto something, you know, some card, something like this. So just stick that onto there. That'll be perfect. That's so nice. No. Sometimes you just got to make a decision, haven't you? And sometimes with Edith, that isn't easy. It's no different from having double-sided paper, you know, Stamperia or Graphic 45 or whatever. a lot of the paper pad companies, you know, they print on both sides, and you have to make a decision which one you're going to use and which one you're not. And sometimes it's not that easy. Right, so I'm just going to butt it up to this corner here. And that'll be 2 corners less for me to cut. Being a bit carefree with my glue. I'll just cut that off along there. And leave that to dry. I've got a lot of things drying today. Right, so that's that. So, what was I thinking of for that? I was thinking of a belly band, wasn't I? Yeah. Be quite wide. It could be, yeah, it could be a side pocket. I think that's, yeah, I think that's more sensible. Let's do that then. So, I want it to be 8 inches plus a half and a half. So about what it is actually. So there's nothing to cut off height-wise. And I want to leave a gusset at this side, so I want 1/2 inch. Oh, blimey, I'm going to have to get the Jolly Green Giant out. So where am I going to, if that's the edge of the pocket, sort of want it to there really. Let's see what that turns out like. There we go. Don't think there's anything coming off there. Maybe a little bit. Maybe just a smidge. That's leaving that at 4.5 wide now, which I think will be fine. And I'm just going to take just a little bit off the bottom, just so it's definitely going to fit on an 8-inch page. Right, so let's get the scoreboard out. Score 1/2 inch. I don't know which is going to be the leading edge. I think maybe this is going to be the leading edge. So score there. That's the 1/2 inch for the back gusset. 1/2 inch down each short side. Let's just have a look at that. If we fold that in, what it looks like. So sorry, Mr. Thrush. Yeah, so if we fold 1/2 inch in, and then we can have a hole there for a thumb pull, because there's room there. Yeah, I think that's all right. I don't think I need to do any more with that. I'm just going to score my 1/2 inch there. I could get away with 5/8. I'm going to score it at 5/8. Then I can just go a little bit deeper onto it with the thumb notch. Right, so let's just cut these corners out. He's lost his head, poor soul. I like days like today when just looking through the book and seeing what comes to mind with what you've got. Not too much thinking involved. Right, that's the back. That's the sides. I'm going to ink around them. It needs stitching around. I'll just ink down this front leading edge. It's not front. It's a leading edge. It'll all get sewn down, but good idea to glue it a little bit anyway. So that's that there. Lovely. So I'll give that a quick ink. Oh, well, I want to cut my... Let's see if I can find my punch. Yes. Yes, I can. So let's just line that up there, and that's the centre. Let's just take a little bite out of here. There we go, that's nice. And I'm just going to ink around that, and it'll be ready to sew when we're ready to sew. Yeah, that's less than 8 inches, that's okay. That'll fit on most folks' journals, I would think. Be they this side of the Atlantic, the other side of the Atlantic, or all the way down towards the bottom. Of course, the people at the bottom are now in summertime, and people like Kerry are just so warm, they're complaining it's so hot. And here it's just so cold and miserable. So I think once that's sewn around, that's going to be a really nice pocket. Useful pocket, you know, putting those big journaling cards that we made. Perfect for that. So that needs to go on the needs to get sewn pile. Right, so I think I'll make a start with some of the with these. Let's see. So I'm going to get my Gemini midi out. This is kind of like the next size up from the Tiny Timmy. I must admit it's not half as convenient as Tiny Timmy. Tiny Timmy's just such a handy piece of kit to have, but you know, it's got a very small footprint and it is handy, and it takes this size, which is 6 by 9, I believe. Yeah, 6 by 9. So it's, you know, it's quite a big step up from Timmy, and it cuts really nicely as well. So I haven't used these before. I've got no idea how they cut or what they're going to look like even, but I just think they might look quite nice and they might be quite handy little labels for us to have. So put that on there, put that on there. I'm going to have some with bits of branches on, but oh, I don't think I need the cellophane. There we are. I'm too lazy to tape it down, so I think we should be all right at that anyway. So let's pass that through. Usually everything cuts with just one pass with this baby. It is quite heavy. So let's have a look and see if it cut. Oh, I'm not sure it did. Oh, it did, it did. Oh, look at those, aren't they so sweet? Ooh, these are really cute. Cut perfectly. Yeah, look at all these. Wow. They'll be lovely inked up and, you know, just placed around your project. You can stamp on them, do anything. Oh yeah, I like those. I even like the ones that's got, I love the one that's got the number on, of course, but that's got a bit of branch, so is that one there. But it doesn't detract, I don't think. I like those. I mean, say for example, this, the one that we've just done. You could put one down there. Ink around it. Maybe in Vintage Photo or something. Let's do that in Vintage Photo and see what it looks like. That Vintage Photo. I've only got the oxide out at the minute, so it might be a bit much for it. Oh no, these have promise. They definitely do. So yeah, I think that's probably dark enough, just so as you can see that it's separate from the. So yeah, if you were just to put that on there, stamp something on it, that'd be lovely. Let's see what I've got that I could stamp on it. Found my little white scissors. Where are my field note stamps? There they are. Oh my goodness me. What could I put on there? Age of 1929. Let's just do it. Let's just do it for the fun of it, shall we? Oh, or I've got illegible text. Yeah, let's do that. That's probably better, actually. Because Agent 1929 doesn't really mean anything, does it? I mean, illegible text doesn't mean anything either. That much I understand, but... Right, let's just use the Vintage Photo. Now, I think that's just lovely. Just a little bit of text on there. Put it on there. Yes. So there you go. That's just an idea of what to do when you get them. So let's pop those all in the basket. I've got them all, yep. So they're all going in the basket, but I think I should put them in a bag first, don't you? Because they'll get all mixed up with the remnants that I'm trying to make master boards from. And put those in there. Lovely. So that'll keep them safe, hopefully. And that's not much use for anything. I'm pleased with how well they cut though. They cut really well. And so the next thing I want to do is cut this into tabs, tags, all sorts of things like that. I've got some little ones out, but I might also want some larger ones, I think. Any in there that's a suitable size? Yeah, maybe. Yeah, okay. So I'm going to use my tiny tin because it's just so much more convenient than anything else. And when I bought it, I bought the longer plates. These are the longer plates. The shorter ones that come with it are that size. So you get an additional inch, which doesn't sound like much, but it can make a big difference. So I'm going to just cut it out at about the width of the plate, which I know is what passes through the machine, of course. There we go. And let's select some things that I think would fit. Don't even ask me where I got these things from. I haven't got a clue. They've just all ended up in this bag. So let's put this on here. So maybe one of those. One of those. A skinny one. And this one. These aren't the Tim Holtz Chapter 3. They are Sizzix, I see, but I couldn't tell you where from. So there we go. Let's have a look what we've got. Perfect. Perfectly perfect. Excellent. And I've still got some little bits left on this end, so let's use that up. That fit in there. Oh, it will. Wasn't expecting that. That's good. And possibly that one, and that's probably about as much as we're going to get, I think, out of that. But it's making good use of it. Oh, you should really use tape, you know. It's quicker in the long run. Let me get my tape. Let me see if I can find my tape. A quick glance tells me no. I don't know where it's gone. Things get put away, you know, when one project gets put away and another comes out, everything gets put away, and it's just a nuisance. I know what would make this better. Let's cut this off. And then I won't catch it, will I? That's a better idea altogether. So that's going there, this is going there. Let's send them through. Perfect. I think these are of a size that they don't need stitching around. I think it would be a bit silly really to stitch around them. Not to mention it would drive me dotty. So that's that, but I've still got this other piece here. So I'll put it in that way. I'll do another one of those because I quite like those. They're a nice size. Can I get the little one in there? Ooh, maybe if I'm lucky. Yeah, I'll send that through just like that, because if I start adding more dies on, you know what's going to happen, don't you? This is such a handy thing. I would not hesitate in recommending anybody go ahead and buy it if you have the means. You'll find it so useful. You'll cut dies out that you wouldn't have cut out before. So you're giving all your dies, that any that will fit through here, a completely new lease of life. Because I certainly wouldn't have stood outside, beside the big shot cutting all these out. I just wouldn't. It's just the way it is. I wouldn't. Where's my... Will that one fit there? Yeah. Ooh, just as good enough. So we've got 4 of these now, so that's good, and one of these little dumpy ones. Excellent. Can I get my thin ones on there or not? Yeah, I can. Let's make use of all the stuff we've got. In fact, I could probably get it up there, you know. Yeah, I can. Does that fit on? It might. I'm going to give it a try. I'm not exactly sure where the cutting edge is, but it might go. Perfect. Yeah, that one's perfect as well. Fabulous. And I've just got enough space for, I think, one more of those. Let's give it a try. What's to lose? Nothing. Perfect. Right. So I'm just going to put my dies away because I have a terrible habit of losing them. I mean, I even lose whole sets. But they live in there and in there. That's rubbish. Let's put Tiny Timmy away. He just lives there, just at my left hand, which is so convenient. So these are what we've got out of that. Got 4 of those. 1, 2, 3, 4 of those size. 1, 2, 3 little uns and 2 chunkers. I mean, just out of a scrap of paper, you know. By the time you've inked around those and done whatever you're doing, they're going to be lovely. So I'm pleased with those as well. I'm going to put those also in a glassine bag. It's just I've got quite a lot of remnants at the bottom of my box, and I know if I put these in, they're just going to go straight down to the bottom, never to be seen again. Or worse, stuck onto a masterboard. Right, so that's that. Pop that in the basket as well. So where are we up to? Are we up to just stitching now? I think so. Gosh, we made so much today. Right, I'm just going to pause you and I will go and stitch those. Just making room for my sewing machine. And we've still got some pages left from that signature. Goodness, still got that blooming woodpecker. Oh dear, I don't know what to do with him. Okay, so I'll see you in a sec. Okay, so here are today's goodies all sewn up and looking really nice. In the interest of full disclosure, which I've always tried to be honest with you when I've made a boo-boo, I hadn't inked around this one before I stuck it onto the cream paper. So when I tried to sew it, I couldn't see where the edge of this was and where the cream paper was, and it all went a bit cockeyed. So I trimmed off the bad bit, which was nothing. It was like 1/8 of an inch really on each edge. But now, of course, this hasn't got a cream border like this one has, and that's why, in case you're eagle-eyed and noticed. These are the little pockets that we've made. My favourite of all. And this one with the blackbird. This side one. Good useful pocket, that. And then these just need to be folded up, and they are journaling space. Let's just try and fold that fairly accurately. Like that. That's fine, not wrinkled or anything nasty. I'll just go over that with that. And there we are. That's cracked on the side. I don't know if you can see that, but it's cracked. I don't know why that should be. I've never had Edith cracked before. But the only way around that, I don't want to waste that, the only way around it is to put some lace on it of some description, or ribbon or something like that. So what have I got? I've got some green gingham. Let's have a look at that. I think that would look quite nice. Well, I can't leave it cracked, so I'm going to have to do something with it. So let's stick that on. Would it be best sticking it on with double-sided? Yeah, I think so. Let's just put a piece of double-sided down, right down the middle, and this is narrower than the ribbon. This is repairs on the fly. But what can you do? You can't leave it cracked. So So there we are, I think that's okay. Let's trim that off. It's obviously too thick for it to go around that card, I'm guessing, I don't know. But having it cracked is just no good at all. Right, so let's burnish that down. There we are, and so you never know when you're going to have to make a repair, fix it. And let's put that there so I can get it at the right measurement. So I think that is 3.5-ish there. And I want that at 3.5 there, which I think is about there. That's about the best we can do, to be honest with you. And just trim that off at the ends. There we go. So how are you looking now? Looking alright. Could do with just a little bit of glue down there. It's alright on the back. It's perfect on the back, in fact. So just a little bit of glue down there. Not much because you don't want it seeping through, if you can avoid it. There we go. So there we are, that's the best we can do with that. We've still got nice journaling. It's just a shame because I wanted that whole page, but you can only do what you can do, and that's that. That is the best I can do. So I'm a bit sceptical about folding this now. I think I'm going to have to do it gradually, bit by bit. So let's get the Timmy ruler. Let's work out where halfway is. That's 7, so yeah, 3.5 as we said is halfway. So there's 1, 2, 3.5. So I'm going to put my Timmy ruler at 3.5, and then I'm just going to gradually start to just fold that up. I suppose I could score it, that might be an idea. So I'm kind of committed to this now. That's all right. It would crack if you pressed it any harder than that. So I'm not going to. That's the solution to that. Just don't do it. And I think if we leave that somewhere flat, we're going to be all right with that. I think we've just got away with that. It's all right down there, yeah. It's fine. So there we go. That's that. What can you do? You only do what you can do. So we've got our 2 journaling spots, which are good journaling, and this one definitely makes the most of the image. This one, well, it's got a bit of ribbon on it, what can you say? Side pocket, this blackbird pocket, and the blue tip family pocket, and we also did the, whoa, everything's jumping around, the little labels and the little tags. So we've had a busy afternoon, haven't we? We've got through quite a lot. So thank you very much for joining me. I can't hold these flat. There we go. Thank you for joining me. I will be pressing on with Edith this week. I might also throw an odd Timmy in there, you never know, just to keep the momentum up on the Infinity Journal. But either way, I'll see you very soon. Thanks for joining me. Bye.